Ready. We are now set for the Delaware State Parks. Ah, yes. Much cheaper this way. Okay. So it's 7:25. It's only like 2 hours after that. At high tide was 7:25 and almost 4.5 foot. And this is looking north up the beach at Cape Henlopen. See the lighthouse way up there on the point, off the point. There's almost no beach between the big tall dunes where I found the bullets before. When I found the bullets, there was a bunch of beach. Like, yeah, there would have been like, let's see here. The beach went out to the end of the rock jetty. Here, it goes out to the end here. And on this side, but on the other side, the beach used to go out to the end of the rock jetty all the way down. And right now, there's almost no beach. High tide was almost 4.5 foot. Now it's at 3 point something. And yet there's still almost no beach. I was thinking about detecting up there to see if I can find more bullets. The only section I haven't detected yet would be from here down to tower number 6, I think it is down there, the first one. Then there's one behind it. I think that's 5, I think. But I detected up to that last tower the last time I was down here. But it was really cold and windy, so I didn't really. Technically, I should redo this whole section I gotta do from here all the way down to the parking lot, way down there where the buildings are, where the buildings start. And let's see here. Yeah, there's plenty of beach down there from the tower to the water. For some reason. From this jetty up to the point, it don't look like there's a lot of beach. I may come back at low tide. I gotta check the tide schedule. I may come back when I know it's at low tide to see what the beach looks like here. I might actually drive down to Indian River Inlet and see what that looks like now from there on up. It's amazing how the beach changes so quickly, constantly. Every time I come down here, it's completely different. This here is the worst I've seen. There's almost no beach. It's all surfing. Well, we got a 3 to 4 inches. Kind of weird. Looks like maybe a nickel tone, but that's too big that can't be a nickel. Let's see here. It says it's only... Oh, there they are. My first pair of sunglasses. Well, too bad they're not dude's glasses. Ain't I styling, huh? Yeah, let's see here. Let's try them on. Gotta try them on. Alright, what do you think? Am I styling? Got me some Delaware swag style going on or some shit, huh? Yeah, that was, other than a fishing hook, that was the only thing I found so far here at the first beach. Let's take these damn things off. They're uncomfortable. Put them in the hoodie pocket. Kick the shit around me here, so. This last high tide really did a number here because along that jetty, the sand was pretty much flat from where you see it back here. And it went out and the bottom half of that jetty was was buried. So there's like a 3 to 4 foot drop. In that earlier segment when I was up on top of the hill, the waves were actually crashing. Let's see, I'll take you for a little walk here. Okay, so earlier, right now, like 2 hours after high tide, the waves were crashing right here in front of us. The water was coming up to here. The water was lapping here in this area. But if you look down there, okay, normally first time I ever came to this beach to metal detect, like I said, the sand level was flat. Back here, the jetty's almost all buried. And it went all the way out, and only the top part of that, top third of that jetty was actually out of the sand. And then the waves would crash. And right out here, where you see the waves coming to right now, was a very large sand swale, or a hump. And then behind that hump, there was a little bit of a swale that went all the way down the beach. Then another time I came back, that swale was filled in. So the beach was like this height here, going almost all the way out. And then it was a nice kind of hard drop down to the water. And earlier, like, I'm standing on the edge of the water line. You see those tracks right there? Those tracks are right at the edge of where the water line was. Which means there was only a little bit of beach left before the dunes. And that was just a high tide that was like 4.5 foot. Almost 4.5 foot, 4.46. And there wasn't even a storm or anything, which is kind of weird. But, so, kind of wish that could have been a coin I could have been digging and finding, but, yeah, pair of sunglasses, I'll take them. It's a fine. Better than that fishing hook I found, which that was actually down there where 3 to 4 feet of sand has been all washed away. But then over in between, there's 2 jetties, and in between them, the beach is higher. There's that hump, and the high tide didn't do anything between the jetties. But from this jetty all the way up to the cape, to the point on the cape, And it's amazing. Every time I come down here, the beach is completely different because, you know, it's like most of the time, like every 2 weeks, I come down here and the beach is completely changed. But this right here is the most drastic change that I've seen yet here at Cape Penelope. But, so, if I've happened to find anything else, or I think I'm going to go up and get in a van and actually head down. I'm going to head south to go down and check a couple other. I want to check another spot now with the AT Max, and learning this thing. I don't know. I mean, I like it. It does have its features. Come summertime, I'll be able to, you know. Come summertime, I'll be able to go in a creek and, you know, go underwater, get a pair of goggles and be able to go under the water with it. All I gotta do is buy the waterproof headphones that are wired, and I'll be able to do some, you know, deeper creek searching for relics and stuff. But the only thing I don't like about, and I'm pretty sure the AT Pro probably does it too, I'm not sure, but you know, if I put the iron discrimination all the way to the max at 44, I know the cheaper detectors, like I'm used to, if you discriminate out something, you don't hear it, you don't see it, it doesn't pick it up. The one thing I don't like that Garrett does is, even though I got the iron discrimination at 44, which is the max, so I should be getting no iron signals, I still get clicks, blips, real faint signals, which I don't like. And then if I do think I'm hearing a little bit higher of and then most of them it's like a higher signal. So therefore, even if and it's faint and it's showing that it's 10 plus inches deep, you know, I'm thinking, oh, maybe that's something that it's coming up, you know, it's showing higher numbers. But then I turn on the iron audio and all I hear is blip, 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 with very faint little tones in between. And I know that means it's junk pretty much. But I really wish that if you discriminate something out, if I take something out of, like on a custom mode, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm guessing if I can discriminate out the iron in 0 or all metal mode, and it still makes noise and comes up with the numbers and shows the little square up here at the top, then in custom it's going to do the same thing. And if I discriminate something out, then I don't want to know about it. But so that's one feature I'm not happy with the Garrett. But other than that, you know, and this thing's a little bit heavier, I noticed. I'm feeling it right off the bat. It's heavier than my Dr. Otech, which, you know, it's all right. Build muscle, right? So if I happen to find anything down at the next beach, I will get back to you guys. Yeah, no big relic finds today, no coinage found today, but I did do my part, and I cleaned up the beaches by finding and digging up beer cans, and I saved 2 feetsies from getting injured this year later. Got that rusty nail out of the sand, so nobody's gonna step on a rusty nail and need to go get a tetanus. And also got that rusty big fishing hook out of the sand, so nobody will step on that and have to get that surgically removed from their foot, and or a tetanus shot. So other than the chick sunglasses that I found, which I didn't even look back on that video yet. I gotta put this all together and I'll see. Maybe I won't. I might not even bother. I might just put it together and upload it. Don't even want to know how I looked on that when I wore them, when I put them on. Don't know. It's all right. It's all good. Just having fun. So be it. Whatever. Now I'm gonna go get me some dinner because I'm hungry and I don't feel like cooking. And probably go to Cracker Barrel down here, and then I'll just go right to bed after that. Go to bed, get up early. If I can get up early enough. No, probably not. If I get up that time, I won't have time for that. But because I gotta go back to PA, got some stuff to take care of. Got some things to do. I got to do. Gotta do the do's. Yeah. And at least I hope so, anyway. Hope to do the do's. Do. Don't ask me. I don't know what that was. I have no clue. Oh, I was so cold. Now I'm warmed up. Now I'm ready to eat and go to bed. I'm losing my mind. I got the brain freeze and thaw going on. So, and then for some reason, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why that we got red and yellow as the color of lights on this pillar on this bridge. They used to all just be like the blue and purple. And now we got yellow and red. That's like the Chinese flag colors. Why are we Chinese flagging it in America, in Delaware? Not really sure. But yeah, so I'm gonna go get me some dinner, because that chip and dips did not hit the spot. Not at all. But actually, I wonder what time is it? 7? I wonder hold on, let's see here. What's the high tide? Now that I'm warm. Tide. High tide 8:21. So it should be getting up there. Low tide was 136 and 216. Yeah, you know what? Let's do this. There we go. We got light. Haha. Okay, cool. So the water is flowing backwards up into the inlet, and yep. Here's the this concrete thing here, you can see it. This thing, first time I came here, the water was coming all the way up to here, and you couldn't even get to it. And then they put sand here, and they went way out past it. And the last time, ooh, here we go, here comes the water. Yep. Last time I was here, the sand was like at least up to here, if not up to here, and you could just step right on top of it. And in a few weeks, all that sand is gone. The ocean has taken it. Of course, at the high tide, earlier when I was here, I was able to walk. Well, let's see. Yeah, right where that wave just broke, I was able to walk out to that far out. We're gonna have a decent high tide. It's not as high as this morning's, but I think it's like a little, maybe like a half a foot lower than what the high tide was this morning. So, yep. So Mother Nature will just keep on taking the sand away. Not really sure what this thing was for originally. It did have, and that's steel or iron. So something was anchored into this. Lots of black sand. Yeah, all four sides. There's four corners. There must have been some kind of tower or something on this thing. I don't know. But this is the sound of the waves. Ain't that so nice and relaxing, huh? Yep, just in a few weeks, a couple feet of sand. Well, in this corner, this is the corner that they're constantly filling in. We're putting sand in. Mother Nature takes it away. They put more sand in. Mother Nature takes it away. Because like I said, the first time, you couldn't even get around anywhere close to that. Except at low tide, you might have been able to. I saw some kids jump up and climb up on that, but it was water even at low tide, there was water out at the outer legs. And this here, I remember all this sand was down a couple feet and was water. And we dumped. Because a couple weeks ago they had all these rocks covered. All these rocks were covered in sand. You couldn't see any of these rocks again. And already they are completely exposed. This big chunk of concrete that I'm not really sure what they poured that concrete against, that it gave this weird texture. Kind of weird though. Kind of cool though. Cool and weird all in the same. Cool weird factor. But it's like it's a vicious cycle that they just keep spending money to put sand down to let Mother Nature take it away, and put sand down and let Mother Nature take it away. Vicious cycle of spending lots of, seems like a waste of money, but it's all because of these jetties here. Mother Nature can't push the sand up the shoreline and deposit it because of this jetty. It can't deposit here. It only washes it out and washes it up the beach. So, not sure if that interests anybody. If not, I don't blame you. Yeah, some things like that, things I find interesting are not found interesting by most people. But that's just me because I'm weird like that. I'm a weirdo. Of course I'm a weirdo. That's why I live the life I do. Live the life I do and completely misunderstood. Misunderstood. Mistreated. But it's all right, because I'm living my life, and it's mine. So, okay, now it's getting cold again. I'll catch you all later. I'm gonna get me some dinners, go to bed so I can get up early and go back to PA. So, till the next one, remember, fight for love, not hate. Be kind to yourself, kind to others. And let's try to make this world a little bit better. Even just between a few people. If you can just lift up a couple people. You can't fix everybody. Can't change it. Can't change people, but you can at least just be kind. Stop all the hating and treating people bad just because of who they are or how they live, or gotta be a little more understanding. So, because if they're not hurting anybody, there's no reason to be hating on people. If them living their life, it ain't hurting. If it ain't hurting you or anybody else, and then there ain't no point in being mean about it or hateful and hurtful. So, catch y'all later.